Let's start with something radical. What if your laziness is not the problem? It's the strategy you've been missing. Now, I know what you're thinking. Laziness. Really? That's your big pitch for self-improvement? And to that I say, absolutely. Because we've all been taught that success means hustle, grind, 5 a.m. alarms, and calendars that look like air traffic control at JFK. But here's the twist. The most successful people I've met, they're not the ones working hardest. They're the ones working smartest. And often, the lazy ones, the ones who hate doing unnecessary stuff, they're actually the quiet geniuses. They don't waste energy. They don't overcomplicate things. They find the straightest line from A to B, and then they automate the crap out of it. So here's the mindset shift. Stop trying to be everything and start being effective at the right things. Strategic laziness isn't about avoiding work. It's about avoiding pointless work. It's knowing that energy, not time, is your most valuable resource. Think of it like this. You only have a limited number of high-focus hours per day. Are you using them wisely, or are you burning them on meetings that should have been emails? You've probably heard of the 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. That means, you guessed it, 80% of what you're doing right now is likely a glorious waste of time. Ouch. I know. But freeing, right? Once you embrace this rule, your life will never look the same, in the best way possible. Let's say you're building a business. Person A is working 80 hours a week, doing all the things: marketing, sales, admin, social media, accounting, breathing into a paper bag. Person B, they spend 10 focused hours a week on high-leverage tasks and automate or delegate the rest. 6 months later, Person A is fried. Their Google Calendar is a battlefield. Their sleep optional, their joy on vacation, probably in Portugal. Meanwhile, Person B, they've got systems, a part-time virtual assistant, automated invoices, pre-scheduled posts, recurring revenue, and their weekends? They're not for catching up, they're for catching sunsets. Guess which one society praises? The overworked one, the grinder, the hustler, the one who looks like they haven't blinked in 3 days. Guess which one wins long term? Yeah, the lazy one, the strategic one. And here's another example. Let's talk fitness. Person A decides to go hard or go home. They hit the gym 6 days a week for 2 hours, cut carbs, drink green sludge, and post motivational quotes daily. Person B, they walk 30 minutes a day, lift weights twice a week, and eat, mostly clean, with the occasional donut because, well, they're human. Fast forward 6 months. Person A is burnt out, injured, and eating cereal out of the box at midnight. Person B, still showing up, steady progress, no drama, and feeling great. Once again, consistency beats intensity. Simplicity wins. And the one who found the minimum effective dose is the one who actually changes their life. This is where the growth mindset meets reality. Progress doesn't come from more effort. It comes from better direction. You want to be better? Great. Stop measuring productivity by how tired you are. Measure it by what actually got done. Clearing your inbox doesn't count. Answering Slack messages faster than your coworkers doesn't count. Those are traps. Productivity theater. The modern workplace celebrates the appearance of effort over actual outcomes. Here's your antidote. Self-discipline meets self-awareness. Know what matters. Focus only on that, ruthlessly. Speaking of focus, let's talk about decision fatigue, because your brain wasn't built for 342 choices before lunch. Every decision you make drains a bit of your mental battery. What to wear, what to eat, what to work on. Should I do this now or later? Should I work out today or start fresh Monday? Sound familiar? Here's the fix. Minimize decisions. maximize results, create default systems, personal policies, routines. Do the Steve Jobs thing and wear the same outfit daily. Okay, maybe not literally, but you get the point. Decide once, save energy forever. That's not boring. That's brilliant. This brings us to one of the most powerful tools in self-improvement, shaping your environment to support the person you want to become. You don't need to push harder. You just need to make things a little easier for yourself. If you want to eat healthier, start by not buying the snacks you know you'll grab at midnight. If you want to write more, leave your writing app open and silence your phone. One less distraction is one more chance to focus. If you want to work out in the morning, sleep in your gym clothes. One less excuse when that alarm goes off. It's not about forcing yourself to have more willpower. It's about removing the little obstacles that trip you up before you even start. When your environment is on your side, things flow more naturally. You don't have to fight so hard. You just show up. And that's what builds momentum. So set up your space in a way that makes your good habits easier to follow. Because in the long run, it's not motivation that carries you. It's the path you've made smoother ahead of time. Now let's sprinkle in some automation, the self-discipline of lazy geniuses. Here's the game. If you can do it once and never do it again, do it now. Templates, calendars, auto payments, standard operating procedures, whatever works. One-time setup, lifetime payoff. That's the real daily Stoic move right there. Not checking off to-dos, but removing the need for them altogether. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about needing to do less. Let's be real. Systems quietly win the race, even when goals get all the attention. Goals are nice. They give you something to aim at. But systems are what actually get you there. They're the habits, routines, and rhythms that carry you forward on the days you don't feel motivated. Which, let's be honest, is most days. Anyone can say, I want to run a marathon. That's easy. But the person who laces up their shoes and jogs every morning, rain or shine, that's the one who crosses the finish line. Don't say, I want to write a book. Say, I show up and write 500 words a day no matter what. Even if it's messy, even if it's not your best. What matters is that you showed up. It's not flashy, no big inspirational moment, just small, steady steps that add up over time. Because real progress, it's hiding in the process. You just have to trust it. Great things aren't built in bursts. They're shaped quietly, in the small things you choose to do every single day. Here's one of those quiet, little life hacks no one talks about enough. The minimum effective dose. This is where self-improvement starts to feel kind of magical. What's the smallest thing you can do that makes the biggest difference? Maybe it's 20 minutes of real, focused work. No distractions, just you and the task. That moves the needle more than 3 hours of multitasking chaos. Maybe it's one honest, open-hearted conversation that clears up what 5 meetings couldn't. Or one clear note that replaces a bloated 50-slide presentation. The point is, more isn't always better. Better is better. When you stop glorifying effort and start paying attention to impact, everything changes. You get your time back. You get your energy back. And honestly, you get better results with a lot less stress. So where does emotional intelligence fit into all this? Right at the center. The ambitious but lazy person understands their energy, their triggers, and their rhythms. They're not working against themselves, they're working with themselves. That's emotional intelligence, knowing when to push, when to pause, and when to walk away from nonsense entirely. It's knowing your internal battery and charging it before it's dead. And finally, let's talk about leverage. Because the truth is, no one truly does it all alone. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to let go of the need to control every little detail. If someone can do a task 80% as well as you, let them. That last 20%? It's often just your perfectionism in disguise. Your time is valuable. Don't waste it trying to do everything yourself. Focus on what really moves the needle, the deep work, the creative thinking, the relationships that actually matter. You don't need to be the superhero in every scene. You just need a solid system, maybe a few good people around you. That's how things grow without falling apart, including you. In the long run, the people who win aren't the ones who try to do it all. They're the ones who build support, trust the process, and protect their energy for what matters most. So let's wrap this up with a little tough love and a wink. If you're ambitious and lazy, congratulations. You might just be onto something. If you stop chasing every rabbit and start designing your life with intention, you'll realize something powerful. You don't need to do more. You need to do less, better. And that, my friend, is the new definition of productivity. Join me next time on BetterMe, where self-improvement is serious. But we don't have to be.